The importance of any theater department anywhere really is just creating a space where the audience can escape to another world for an hour, 2 hours is, one reason why we do it. We like to entertain, and the fact that we have the ability to do that here, even if it's a college campus, because there's some campuses that don't get to, the fact that we're able to still provide entertainment to the public is just something that we strive for every day, and putting on a quality show as much as possible, because that's what theater is, really.
Amazing Things presents Theater Northwest.
The artistic team gets together. We started talking about this probably, I'm going to say fall of 2016, about a year and a half out from when we actually do the production. And we start thinking about, we kind of survey the landscape of the students who might be coming, and what, not that we're pre-casting or anything, but I mean, you have to have an idea of your talent that's going to be coming or that is present. Also, what about orchestration? How many players will we need? How many players can we get? How about the budget? What can we afford to buy? Also, it has to do with the set. How much material will we need? How much shop labor will there be to construct the set? Because there's a limited amount of time on that too. Also, we want to pick a show that people are going to come see and have marquee appeal. Last year we did, 2 years ago, we did Legally Blonde, and it was just a monster success. Lots and lots of people came, and we kind of expect the same thing with Footloose because it has such a wide appeal. And then we figure out what show we're going to do, and then we order the stuff, we order the materials, and then we did auditions this past January, the Tuesday after classes began, and then we started rehearsals about 2 weeks after that, and we're still at it.
We have design meetings and production meetings every Friday, and that's just where I sit down with everyone and we go through what they've done that week, what they're planning on doing the following week, making sure that we're still all on track, that we're all on the same page. Directors can ask questions to everyone at once, and other people can be like, oh, I have that. Let me help you from the other department. That way you don't struggle, or that way you can work on something else.
The process mostly was first laying down the foundation of the music, and then adding in slowly the blocking, the physical acting aspect of it, and then lastly the choreography, which we're still working on now.
Our MasterCarve laid out a build schedule, and we have stuck to it every single day, and that's how we were able to put the set up on March 3rd and 4th. And without that build schedule, we never would have gotten where we are today.
It is a pretty busy schedule, and so the way that I manage it is I try to stay very, very organized. And that way I can kind of keep up with what's coming up, and also rehearsing the band for the show on the weekends, and then also participating in some choreography sessions on weekends. And so we started the rehearsals in January, and they're still ongoing, and of course the show opens April 5th. So yeah, it's a balancing act, but we just keep going.
I think what really helps is the sort of production staff, the stage managers and directors, are good about allowing enough time during the rehearsal for us to do homework. We can bring homework and do that when we're not sort of on stage or working on music or choreography.
If you're not good with a saw, we will teach you how to be good with a saw. We'll teach you how to hang a light. Like, there are other things that you can learn from theater than just being on the stage. And even if it's just learning how to sew, you now know how to sew your own clothes, and that's some life skill that you can use.
When I was in high school, I was raised up into thinking that just because you're an actor doesn't mean that you can't or shouldn't get involved with some of the other aspects of productions. You can look back just before opening night or on opening night and just kind of go onto the set before the house opens, before people start going in, and you survey everything that's around you, and you can think to yourself, I built that, or I helped to paint that. And then when you look back at everything you did with the show, whether you acted in it or you just moved a set piece on, it still makes you feel like you're part of it.
you hit senior year and you never think, this is going to be the last thing I do, this is going to be the last show I'm in. And just hitting this point and just knowing April 8th, I'm done, I have no more to stage manage here, is just very strange to me. But yet I'm very excited because it just means that younger classmen get to do more, they get to be able to hopefully take on what I've left.
Lydia is a consummate professional at what she does. She is really, really on top of things. The one trait that a stage manager has to possess is calm. Just needs to be calm, because she's got stuff coming at her, you know, right and left. We got, you know, me saying things, and the Dr. Kreitzinger saying things, and the set people saying things. But she just listens, she takes her notes, she transfers all that information and delivers that information in a prompt manner, and also, you know, just very calm, not judgmental, just listens and gets the job done.
She's the linchpin of the entire production. I mean, there is the show would be a lot different if Lydia weren't involved, or if anybody else was stage manager. I'm not going to say if it would have been worse necessarily, but Lydia just makes it so easy.
And she's very good about communicating. She has a team of several assistant stage managers under her who are able to send out reports about what happens during the rehearsal, both to the actors and to the technicians, and they can communicate what needs to be done by the next rehearsal, what we need to start working on, important dates that are coming up. And Lydia's been very good about communicating that and kind of creating a professional environment.
That, you know, Dr. Linier's a music professor, and Dr. Kreitzinger, like, he's a theater professor. This is what they do for a living. And some of the other directors I've had have been, you know, high school theater teachers, and that's not a knock on them. It's more just like Dr. Kreisinger and Dr. Lanier go a lot more in depth into character work, into voice work, and so it's a lot better working with them, because they don't just tell you what to do, they tell you why. And it's very it's a very immersive way to get into the character and to get into the music.
Well, at Northwest, this is my 7th musical. We do one every other spring here. But over my career, I've conducted and directed probably 40 musicals. And I used to work for an opera company in Orlando, and I was the chorus master.
He's been very cooperative with me. He's met with me several times personally in his office, working through the music, helping adjust some specific notes for those really high ones that I can't seem to reach very well. And he's familiar with my range because I've worked with him so much, and so he's able to pick what sections of the song we can bring down and then enhance in certain ways like that, embellishments, if you will.
So they get to collaborate with people at a professional level. We also bring a real professional attitude to the production. Yes, it's an amateur production in that we're not engaging professional actors and dancers and singers. However, we do bring in professionals. We have a professional choreographer, Marla Healer, who's coming up from St. Joe. She's been dancing for years and owns her own dance arts center in St. Joe. She's fantastic.
Choreographer Marla has been really good about sort of working with us and introducing us to new concepts and new techniques.
And also to be able to collaborate with, like I said, with professional musicians in the pit. And also just to come together with people that you might not even know on campus. We come together for a common goal, and we put on this fantastic production of a really, really fine show. You know, we have students from the theater area, we have students from the music area involved, and we have students who are not technically engaged in any of those two areas.
It seems like every day we find something new, not just about the show, but about each other. I mean, Nick, who plays Ren, he and I have done a lot of scene work because we have this one really intense scene near the end where we both just kind of dig into our emotions and say, you know, this is what we're feeling. Not just our characters, but ourselves. And so over that period of time, like Nick and I have really built on that relationship and gotten closer.
Something that's unique about the musical here at Northwest is, at least, it's a combination of the music department and the theater department. And because we're so busy, these are like some of the most busy majors on campus, we never really have a lot of time to interact. Sometimes a theater student will take some voice classes, or sometimes a musical student might, come see a production or something like that. But usually we don't kind of intermix a lot. So this is a perfect opportunity for us to kind of share with each other our skill set.
We'll be done with rehearsal at 9:30, and I will be more energized after rehearsal than I was when I came in, because it's just so cool to work with these people.